Can your child tell the judge who he wants to live with in a divorce? Let's talk about that. So a judge will typically not want to hear from a younger child as far as who they want to live with. Now, there's no specific age as far as under this age the judge won't listen, and over this age a judge will listen. But typically, anyone under 10 years of age is probably not mature enough to make that kind of decision. Older teenagers, for instance, will be presumed to have more maturity and could possibly think about it and come up with a reasonable and rational choice as far as who they want to live with. And the reason the judge doesn't want to put the child in that position is they don't want to put that kind of trauma on your child. They don't want to make the child choose one parent over the other because of the guilt that would be felt by the child towards the other parent. Another reason is the judge understands that sometimes a parent will put undue influence on the child to make such a decision. So one parent may put a lot of pressure on the child to say, when the judge asks you, tell him you want to live with me. The judge understands that and doesn't want to put the child in that position. Another idea is that a child, especially an immature child, will maybe choose a fun parent, the person that takes them to the park and takes them to the movies and spoils them, for instance. That's not the rationale that you want behind who's the better parent, because oftentimes the less fun parent is the one that's is a little stricter, will enforce the rules of the home, make sure that the homework gets done, the behavior is at a certain level. So for those reasons, a judge doesn't want to let the child choose the fun parent rather than the one that is probably in the child's best interest. Now, if a judge does want to hear from the child won't go on the stand and take testimony in open court, typically. So what happens is there will be an in-camera interview with the child. In-camera just means the judge will take the child or the children into his or her chambers, sort of in private, and have a discussion with the child. The judge may not ask specifically, who do you want to live with, but they might be trying to get a sense of where that child feels more comfortable and where it would be most appropriate. Usually, or almost always, the parents do not go with the child into the judge's chambers. The attorneys do. But the judge doesn't want the parent there giving the child any hints or giving the child any looks as far as trying to influence what they're saying to the judge. And so the judge is trying to decrease the trauma and the stress that the child's going through when discussing such important decisions. If you're thinking about a divorce in Massachusetts, please feel free to visit us at affordlaw.org/checklist. We've come up with the 7 most important things you should be thinking about while you're considering getting a divorce in Massachusetts. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call. We'd be happy to help.